Now in tune with the sound of Big Lang, and the show starts now. Demetrius Johnson.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Good morning. Welcome to the Demetrius Johnson, the big fella, hanging out, having a time. I'm trying to get my, okay, you got me, Yolanda. You can hear me now? Cool. Holla at your boys, man. We're going to have a good show today, man. Got a lot of stuff lined up. Let's say, hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing?
What up, B?
Yeah, let's have a good show today, y'all. Let's go and get this party started because we got a long show, folks. First hour, we got a lot of information we're going to be giving out. So make sure that everybody, stay tight in and listen up, get comments. We'll be taking some calls later on. Not right now, but let's go and get this party started because we got a big show. Let's go ahead, Big Mike. What you got?
What's up, DJ Blue Tiger Pride?
For life, big dog, for life.
Basketball, high school basketball, college basketball, L.A. Lakers, and Jackson State football.
Let's go.
Vashon win Class 4 state title 55-46 over Westminster. Nick Perrin, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Coach Tony Irons, what's his fourth title in 5 years?
Yeah, it's something.
Would have won last year. It would have been 5 titles.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, man. Tony Irons has proven to be a great coach, and his dad has done, watching his dad do his thing. So congratulations to the Vashon Wolverines and Coach Irons once again. Tony Irons, great job, my man.
Yep. Man, doggone it. Corner Word continue to win, man. They finished the season undefeated, beat Western Rose in Class 6 state championship 58-37. That's his 7th title. That's Coach Dan Ross' 7th title in 8 years.
That is the Vashon of women basketball.
Right.
They are the real deal, man. I mean, Cornet is the real deal. I mean, you can put them out there. And I don't know many people who can compete with them, man. I'm telling you, they good.
Yeah, but you talking about Vashon, they girls, they finished 3rd in state, man.
And
they had a nice run.
But let me say this. That is monumental for Vashon girls because for a long time, Vashon girl basketball team wasn't looked upon with any respect and really didn't compete. And, you got to give John Albert a great kudos, John. Kudos for being able to put a team together and compete at a high level. See, and what people got to understand, we get caught up in the personalities of people, but you got to appreciate guys who really have turned things around, who've done some spectacular. I don't care what the personalities are and that kind of stuff. You got to give those kind of guys the love and respect. So, Coach John, great job over there, John Albert.
Right. Hey, college basketball, man, all my doggone teams lost. SLU lost to Mississippi State and NIT 74-68. My Mizzou Tigers lost to Oklahoma 72-68. Ohio State lost to Oral Roberts 75-72. Urbana 30 points, 11 rebounds. Teammate, Ambus, whatever his last name is, he had 29 points. Oh, man. All my teams lost, DJ. I guess I got to root for Illinois now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Illinois is the closest thing that we got left. I mean, how do you think I felt when I saw Mizzou lose? JC and I was sick, man. We talked about it. I'm calling JC, cursing through the daggone TV.
Right.
I mean, let me tell you something about the coach up there at Missouri. I mean, Conzo Martin has done an outstanding job, man. I'm telling you, to get Missouri to compete after that. Hey, JC, what was that bum name before he came in there?
Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson. Yeah, Kim Anderson destroyed that program, man. I mean, he literally destroyed that program. And for what Conzo Martin did is amazing. Because Kim Anderson was a bum as a damn coach. I'm a bum. Destroyed the program, set it back. But then I'm going to tell you how they preserve white boys and white folks protect white folks. I remember when they was talking about Missouri, your boy, what's the boy who was the one of the leading scorers with Steve Stepanovich?
John Sumbo.
Thank you, Coach. John Sumbo on a national broadcast when he's doing the SEC games, he made a statement, and I'm going to quote what he said. He said this. I want y'all to hear this. Mizzou, he said that this guy, Kim Anderson, has left Missouri better than when he found it.
Oh, yeah.
He said Missouri was better than what he found it. Mind you, Missouri didn't win hardly no freaking games. Probably won one game in the SEC the whole 3-4 years the dude coached. But they're going to say he left it better. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, man, my L.A. Lakers might be in trouble. LeBron James got hurt last night with a high ankle sprain. They say he might be out indefinitely. And then Anthony Davis, who always hurt, man. Without them two, we in trouble.
Well, you better go ahead and pack the bags on the Lakers. Because if those two boys ain't rolling, you done. Particularly LeBron. Anthony Davis he's like fragile. You look at him, he falls and breaks.
Yeah. Right. He's always hurt. Hey, man, Deion Sanders, Jackson State lost to Alabama State yesterday, 35-28.
Our boy is the head coach at Alabama State, so I'm happy he won. I mean, I like what Deion is doing. Deion is the man. Deion is the man, and they went on the road. They're 3-0, now they're 3-1. Deion gonna win that conference. So now it had proved to the guys, the black coaches in that conference or the SWAC, is that Deion Sanders can coach. And Deion Sanders got a quality program, and they're going to be tough to beat. And because they done played 2 hard road games. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Now, they played Grambling on the road. They played Alabama State on the road. When they come home, it's going to be a different ball game.
Yep. And Alabama State running back Ezra Gray had 23 carries, 195 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
All right.
Yeah, but wait till the fall. Deion have all his guns loaded.
I agree.
Yeah.
Big Mike, if they want that fat cut, what can they do, Playboy?
Hey, Grandson of Barbershop, baby, 3315 Olive, 531-2838 Harley from anywhere. Right on DJ Blue Tiger Pride.
For life, big dog, for life. Thanks, Big Mike. Hey, let's go. And now we got, let's go and change subjects. Let's bring in my man, Murray Scott. Let's bring in my man, Mayor Easton. What up, Mayor? How you doing?
Hey, big fella. I'm doing all right. Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Maurice. How you guys doing this morning?
Good. And
good morning.
I think we got Christy. Hello, Christy. How you doing?
Anderson.
Yes. What is it, Christy?
Christina Anderson. Good morning.
How you doing? All right, Mo Scott, is your show.
Well.
What you got, boss?
All right, DJ. Thanks a lot. Good morning to the team. Good morning, JC. The Hurricane in there too?
No, he's not here today.
Oh, okay then. Good morning. Listen, we got something very, very exciting going on in the great city of East St. Louis, the city of champions, and we have a brand new Rotary Club charter that's getting ready to take flight in the city of East St. Louis. Of course, led by our illustrious Honorable Mayor Robert Easton III, and our club president is on the line with me this morning as well, Christina Anderson. So, Mayor Easton, go ahead and take it away.
Well, thanks, Maurice. Good morning, everyone out there. This one, I'm very excited about having the Rotary Club back here in East St. Louis. I think it's a very good look for us, and I'm very excited about the things that the Rotary Club does as a whole. And I'm equally excited about the things that we're getting ready to do here in East St. Louis. One of the things that we try to change the shift the paradigm was in community involvement and creating that community atmosphere. And I think with the help of the Rotary Club and the things that they stand for will help us achieve that. So, Maurice, I'm very excited about that. We understand that, the Rotary Club, they promote integrity. They help advance the world and goodwill, peace, and through business, professional, and help with the community leaders. So I'm very excited about that. They're a group of action. They're problem solvers, and they help build community. So We definitely need that here in the city of East St. Louis, and to have another person or another group of people, I should say, to help champion and help change the paradigm here in East St. Louis and where the outside world views us. So,
That's good.
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Let me ask Christina. Talk about
yes.
what role and how you plan to continue to grow this Rotary Club. And first of all, tell everybody what that is.
That's a great question. A lot of people, especially in our community, haven't heard of Rotary. So Rotary is an international service organization, and we work on service projects across the globe, from everything from economic development to ending polio and everything in between, water safety, environmental issues. And the reason why we are excited about bringing Rotary to East St. Louis, like the mayor said, is because we want to raise the caliber of service, raise the bar of service, and kind of bring in some of that international training, bring in some of those international funds to help fund our service projects in East St. Louis as well. So we're really excited. Our chartering celebration is on April 3rd at 10 a.m. at the East St. Louis City Hall. People can watch it online. We're going to stream it live from our Facebook page. It's called Rotary Club of East St. Louis. So I want all your listeners to go and like the Rotary Club of East St. Louis Facebook page so you can get all the updates. And we are working on some very exciting service projects. We just finished working on a literacy project where we collected over 1,200 books for little libraries throughout the school district in East St. Louis. And we are fundraising right now to revamp the bookmobile. I don't know how many of your listeners remember the bookmobile. They used to roll the streets in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So we're getting ready to bring the bookmobile back.
Oh, wow.
So we need all the people. Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. We want our kids to fall in love with reading like other communities' kids have the opportunity to go into plus spaces and advance their education. We want to do the same thing with our kids in East St. Louis. So get with us. Help us, and we're getting ready to bring back that bookmobile, and it's going to be fantastic. The other thing that we're really...
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We have one more exciting thing that we're getting ready to launch, and I want to make sure your listeners know about it. We're getting ready to jumpstart a best yard competition.
Oh, wow.
So starting in the month of May, it's going to be fire. Starting in the month of May, kicking off all summer long, we are going to be rewarding the best garden, best yard, best flower bed, best, looking piece of property in the community.
Wow.
And there will be prizes for this. There's going to be like Home Depot gift cards so people can continue to maintain their property. One of the things investors look for is a beautiful place to come and invest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want our city to be that beautiful place so that we can attract businesses and investors and money to the city of East St. Louis.
Hey, Christina Anderson, she's with the Rotary Club organization that is about to kick off in East St. Louis with Maurice Scott and Mayor, my man, I love this dude, Mayor Bob Eastern, man. He is doing the right thing. But let me say this, Mayor. How important is that, man, when you talk about the Rotary Club and the things she's talking about doing in terms of complimenting and awarding the best yard, things like that, competition throughout the week or the month. How important is that when, and quite honestly, y'all, East St. Louis has been, people turn their back on East St. Louis who's supposed to love East St. Louis. I'm just being quite frankly and honest about it. So when you talking about cutting the grass and just the basic fundamental needs that you should do of the aesthetics of East St. Louis, Mayor Eastern, how important is that just to get the proper utensils to do things and make sure that you can bring life back in East St. Louis and your commitment with that?
Well, it's very important to get those necessary utensils and equipment from a city perspective to be able to do the job. So, it's not we're not in the city of East St. Louis. We're not no different than any other city that has been hit through this COVID crisis and financial crisis. But we will persevere through. You know, we coined the city of champions, and champions always find a way to get it done. You know, and we will get it done. You know, with the Rotary highlighting citizens and the individual on not just a city base. You know, from the city's platform. You know, like she stated, this is an international platform, international group. You know, here. So yeah, we honor them here, but you know, there would go in our Rotary magazine, which would go international. So it's shedding the light. You know, it's putting a different light on the city of East St. Louis globally. You know, and we're erasing the stigmatism and the negative commentary. You know, and changing the cadence of how people view us. You know, and we're rewriting our own story. And the best way to rewrite your own story is just get out here and get it done. So we're doing that. I'm very excited about the Rotary latching on to us, or us latching on to the Rotary, however you want to put it. You know, but I think this is another push in shifting that paradigm and where people viewing East St. Louis.
Well, let me say this, guys, and I appreciate Maurice you setting this up. I'm gonna say this. Having Mayor Bob Eastern at the helm, having Maurice Scott, who's loved East St. Louis, and Christina Anderson with the Rotary Club, I'm really impressed, and I'm proud to say that it is an honor. It's truly an honor what you guys are trying to do, man, and that's beautiful. And I am so excited that East St. Louis is doing that. We got 30 seconds, Mo. Go ahead and close that baby out for me, and give them the information how they can reach Christina or yourself or whomever need to give.
Okay, I'll let Christina give out all the info, but I would just like to say this: you made a good point where you say a lot of people have kind of ran from East St. Louis who's from there, and this is an opportunity. I'm not the mayor, so I can say what I want to say. The opportunity to bring some of those Negroes back who turned their back on the city, and not only we're going to put another good spotlight back on our community through the Rotary Club, but we planned on helping a lot of seniors and a lot of our youth in the city of East St. Louis as well through the Rotary Club. And Christina, will you give out that website information and your contact information for me, please?
Absolutely. You guys follow us on Facebook. We go live all the time. Our page name is Rotary Club of East St. Louis. And we're calling all East St. Louis's, near or far. Follow us, join us. You can help us even if you don't live in the area. So thank you for this opportunity to spotlight our club.
Maurice, once again, you never surprised me, my man. Maurice, thank you very much for having Christina Anderson on the Rotary Club. And the mayor, this is my dude. I love some Mayor Bob Easton of East St. Louis, and I'm glad they got him into hell because he is doing all the right things. Mayor, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for what you're doing for East St. Louis. Murray Scott, continue to carry that banner for East Side, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate it. We'll see you next Sunday. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night in Detroit.
No doubt.
You'll see the team next Sunday right here.
No doubt. Mo, thank you, man. And East St. Louis, congratulations, man, to keep moving that thing forward. Keep it going. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
All righty. Boy, that's good, man. I love what they're doing over there. Bob Easton and Murray Scott, they got that thing rolling, man. Maurice and them guys going. Hey, man, let me go and switch to another conversation, with the schools talking about open and all those things are happening. Let me bring in a parent real quick. A young lady who's like virtual learning from home. Let me bring in Samaria. Samaria, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hi, DJ. Hi, St. Louis.
I know that's right. How you feeling, young lady?
I am feeling really good. I'm excited to be on the radio and doing this interview with you and just discussing all things homeschooling with so many parents in the state of Missouri.
Well, let's go. I mean, because they talking about opening schools up right now, and oh man, they trying to get the kids out. What is your take? Give me. We got about 4 minutes. Give us your perspective on the whole deal. I'm going to be quiet and let you talk.
Okay. Let's go. I first want to say, all of you parents that are in the state of Missouri, whether you're a parent, you're an aunt or uncle, a grandparent, you have options for your kids. There is not every child is created equal, so there should never be where education will fit the same size of all kids. There's so many ways, so many things that children benefit from being in a traditional school. There's children that benefit from homeschooling or virtual learning. It's all about school choice. The reason why we started doing homeschooling, virtual schooling in the state of Michigan, had dealt with our daughter Hannah not being able to fit in private school. We pulled her out. We started in the virtual school in Michigan. After we left Michigan, we moved to Kansas. And then after we left Kansas, it was beneficial for us to move to Missouri. And that's where we found out that there was no virtual schooling. My daughter literally just broke down and cried because for so long when she was in Michigan before we took her out, she considered herself a dummy. And that is just not something as a parent can deal with or going to allow their child to continue to feel that way. And I know with the entire pandemic and so many things going on, a lot of parents have no clue that there's even an option for virtual schooling. And the one thing about MOVA, that's Missouri Virtual Academy, is it's all free, y'all. It is free. You do not have to pay a dime.
That's good.
And they send you everything. They send you your entire curriculum from the beginning of the school year to the end, every single thing. And parents, I know that a lot of parents they still are going to work. I'm so glad that a lot of people still have their jobs. Some parents, they don't have the slightest, just anything on how to even educate their children, but that's okay because Missouri Virtual Academy, you have a live teacher that will help you along as you educate your child. They're there for any questions. There's breakout groups and all sorts of wonderful things for kids to participate in if they're having any problems with any assignment that they're having. But the parent, the guardian is the primary learning coach, but that's okay. You still have that option. You still have a teacher that will help you along the way. And just giving your children something that fits their needs is so important. Homeschooling doesn't have to look like traditional schooling. Schedule more of a suggestion than a rule. I have talked to so many parents where they have told me my son or my daughter just doesn't do well being up at 7 in the morning, starting school at 8:30, 9 o'clock. And that is okay because with virtual schooling, you can start at noon if you want. You can start at whatever time fits the needs of your schedule. Some parents that do work, they rather be at home when their kids start school. So you can start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's up to you. It's your decision.
That's great. Well, it sounds like it's worked successfully for you and the kids. And I'll tell you what, man, that it could be a positive thing if it's handled correctly. And if anybody, do you have an email or something if somebody just want to get more information? I know you're a parent, but if you got some information that you want to give somebody so you can be that parent liaison and have a conversation and kind of encourage them if they want to keep their kid home right now, if they're not feeling comfortable about that environment with this pandemic still out there. Would you be willing to give an email address out or something?
Yes.
Won't you go ahead and do it?
Okay, it's all one word, the CHEMAIND. That's the Mainda@gmail.com.
Okay,
reach out to me.
You're going in and out. Try it one more time.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's the Mainda. That's PHEMAINDA@gmail.com.
We still can't get it. Were you able to get that, Big D? Hey, this is what I need you to do. Just text that over to me because I could not get it because she was going in and out, and I will put it out on after we come back from the break. Samoya, I am really thankful to have you on as a parent who really appreciate virtual learning. Thank you so much, and I'll give your information out. People want to reach out to you, and you can kind of start that mother or that family support system.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate it. Have a good day, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Coming back, we're going to have on, check this out, Damon, Rochelle, David, the mayor. They got a big deal going on out in the county, y'all. Vaccination. My boy Dan Winstra got me vaccinated, baby. Oh, my goodness. The big fella took a shot. Coach took his shot. I'm getting Big D up here. I'm going to get him to take his shot. We're going to all be taking shots in a minute. The big fella, the coach, right back with the folks from the county getting down to business.
More of the Demetrius Johnson Show is coming up in minutes. Got an opinion? Call us at 314-969-1041. This is Hot 104.1. Hot 104.1 is helping you secure the bag. Each hour from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., we have your chance to win $1,000. We'll drop a keyword. When you hear it, text it to 72881. One national entry from all entries per contest play will be randomly selected to secure the bag of $1,000. This is your money. Secure the bag. Each hour from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. with Hot 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? It's your man Big Ticket doing big things, and it's time for the Culture Report. Being brought to you by my good friends at Dove Men Plus Care. I had a chance to catch up with the owner-operator of Slutty Vegan ATL, Pinky Cole, and I asked her how does she keep balance going from Miss Clark Atlanta to being in and featured on Forbes.com.
When something feels natural to you and walking in alignment and you're passionate about the things that you do, you'll never get tired. You'll never feel like you're working hard, and you'll never get frustrated because you are walking in your purpose.
Hey, what's happening? It's your man Big Ticket doing big things. And let me tell you how excited that I am to be taking my hygiene to a new level. I started using this new Dove Men Plus Care eucalyptus and birch deodorants and body washes. And oh, don't I smell good? This eucalyptus and birch deodorant and body wash keeps you feeling fresh and confident throughout the day. But do yourself a favor and get your whole personal hygiene together with Dove Men Plus Care.
Experience the Dove Men Plus Care plant-based line for yourself. Buy it now at Walmart and Target.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-960-3766. That's 800-960-3766. 800-960-3766. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Metro by T-Mobile is giving you the chance to win $1,000. $1,000.
Get your tax relief early and put some money back in your pocket.
Metro by T-Mobile is giving you the chance to win $1,000 now. Go to radio.com/hot1041 to find out how to enter Metro by T-Mobile's tax relief sweepstakes. Go into spring with $1,000 in your hand.
Thank you very much.
All thanks to Metro by T-Mobile. No purchase necessary. 3/19/21 to 3/28/21. Void where prohibited. Legal residents of Illinois and Missouri. Age 18 and up.
32 college basketball teams started today looking to win it all. BetQL has the data and insights on how to bet each of those 32 teams. Before you place another college basketball bet, you've got to check BetQL. BetQL runs thousands of simulations to find you the most profitable betting opportunities. Today only, you can save 32% with promo code MARCH32 at BetQL.com/March. That's 32% off today only with promo code MARCH32 at BetQL.com/March.
Find your perfect Mazda with significant savings from all 3 Bomarito Mazda locations. Over 500 new Mazdas to choose from in every color and style. Plus, every new Mazda has the Bomarito nationwide warranty, 10 years, 200,000 miles. Right now, buy a select 2020 or 2021 Mazda with 0% financing available. That's at all 3 Bomarito Mazda locations. Mazda, feel alive.
Your energy needs are changing. That's why Ameren Missouri isn't waiting on the future. They're building it with a smart energy plan advancing thousands of projects across the state. That's energy at work. Learn more at amerenmissouri.com/plan.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
I love my Charmin Super It's TP Gold, yeah. Charmin's got 6 rows in 1. Lasts forever on my buns. Only super mega when I'm cleaning. Charmin's got my booty believing.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in 1. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Now back to the Demetrius Johnson Show on Hot 104.1.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Welcome back to the Demetrius Johnson of the Big Fella, hanging out with his posse, his co-host, my man, Coach Collins. But now we'd like to get down to some serious business, man. I am honored to have on here. First, I got all transparency. He's one of my close friends, my man from Delwood, the mayor of Delwood, my man Reggie Jones. We're going to go out here and talk to the county folks out here to talk about what's going on with the vaccination, how important it is, and, you know, it's some collaboration that's going on out there. I'm going to first bring on my man Reggie to introduce him because Reggie is my boy, all transparency. What's up, Reg? How you doing, Mayor?
Good morning, DJ. Good morning, JC and Coach, and all the listeners of 104.1.
And I want to bring in the conference, introduce my man, Damon Bradis. He is with the county. Hey, Damon, tell everybody who you are and your background and what you're doing for the people in the county.
Yes, sir. My name is Damon Bradis. Good morning, everyone. I'm Division Director for St. Louis County Department of Public Health. I'm over the Health Promotions and Public Health Research Team, and we're leading the outreach efforts for the vaccine in North County. We have a specific group that's targeted, to get the vaccine from this point forward. As the supply increases, we want to be able to get it to those who are most vulnerable.
And let me bring in the conversation another young lady. She's well known. Everybody know this young lady. She's been around for a while, fighting causes and doing some good work. Rochelle Gray. What's up, Rochelle?
Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for that introduction.
And tell everybody what you're doing now.
Yes, I am the COVID-19 Vaccine Acceptance Community Outreach Coordinator, and as Damon being said, I've engaged a conglomerate of community leaders. We meet bi-weekly. Some of us been meeting, have an additional meeting, trying to get our most vulnerable and underserved communities registered to get the vaccine.
And that's going to be a good conversation. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that conversation. And let me go to not last but least, my man David Voles. He is Dave, you can go ahead and introduce everybody, let them know who you are.
I'm the fire chief of Metro North Fire Protection District that serves Delwood, Moline Acres, and part of unincorporated St. Louis County.
All right, so let's get this conversation started, folks. I mean, it's a big event coming on. I'm going to start off with you, Damon, so you could talk about what is this conversation all about? How did this all come to fruition? I know the mayor is very involved in it. So, Damon, what is happening here?
Like was said, collectively, we've identified over 50 stakeholder groups with people like, Mayor Jones, Reggie Jones, coming together to partner and coordinate communications, messaging based on the need to overcome vaccine hesitancy. I'm sure everyone's heard, that, I'm just saying, Black Americans aren't interested in taking the vaccine. That's not necessarily true. We know that we Blacks are contracting COVID-19, suffering from comorbidities like heart disease, diabetes, things like that, and dying from the virus. So, Dr. Page, the county executive, found it important enough to bring those 50 stakeholder groups together to make sure we're overcoming the inequities. We know the health system doesn't necessarily, respond to our needs, or historically haven't provided, or have done us wrong, period. But we want to come together, and we're partnering with groups like the Fire District, which again, Mayor Jones, during our first meeting, prompted the conversation. Why don't we partner with those that people trust in the community? Their firemen, their emergency responders, groups like that. And so this has been maybe 6 weeks in the making at the most. I won't even go that far. I'll let Chief Bowles speak to that. But the goal is to reach people where they're at, and we're going to do that on March 25th, Thursday, March 25th, in partnership with Metro North Fire District at 1815 Chambers Road. We're going to provide up to 500 doses of the vaccine to area residents. So that's like, I'll say, a small outcome of what we're trying to do with the bigger picture. This will be the largest fire district event we've had to date. I'm sure people have seen on the news and other reports, the paper, whatever, the number of events that have been going on. But this is the first one that's going to be targeted towards those three zip codes, 63, 135, 136, and 137. And again, this is being led by the Metro North Fire District.
So when this whole concept came about, now I know that, Rochelle, you've been always active politically in the community out in the North County area, particularly. When this whole concept came about, Rochelle, what made you, although I know you work for the county, but what made this so important to you?
Oh, most definitely. As Damon mentioned, our community was hit, the hardest. As everyone knows, the African American community was getting the virus, being hospitalized, and passing away at rates higher than than the other communities. So definitely we want to get people registered to get the vaccine, and then we want to make sure that this community, North County, African American communities, get the vaccine. So it was very, very important, of course.
And when we talk about the African American community, Mayor Jones, how do you convince the Black folks that this vaccine? Hell, you convinced me. I got to say that right now. This dude, he's the only one could have convinced me to do it. But you convinced me. But how do you transition that and translate that to convincing a community that's got a lot of skepticism?
Well, first of all, you have to be a participant yourself. I mean, you just can't talk about it. You got to do it. So when I did it, I did it live on several media outlets, and to show people that, hey, it's safe, and I still got some negative feedback from doing that. But hopefully if I was able to, change one person's mind, then I did my job. So, but this is a continuous effort to try to just educate people. And that's what this group is doing. And thanks to people on this call here, we're going to keep working harder to make sure we're more successful.
Chief Volz, when you talk about coordinating this whole event, how do you get folks to leave their egos at the door and come in and work at one cohesive team to make it work?
Well, I think mostly it's because the people that are helping in this, they actually truly want to help the residents, help people, and they want to see that the community is safer, it's healthier, and that it prospers. So I think everybody knows one mission, just to keep everybody safe, and we just leave our egos at the door and move on.
And when I think about this, Damon, I tell you what's really surprising to me, right? I mean, we know the skepticism that's going on in the Black community. I mean, and I see that, when you look at some of the things, when you talk about the syphilis and all these things, people bring those things up. How have you been able to assure folks, hey, this vaccine is critical because we have a lot of underlying conditions in our community, and a lot of times we're neglected from that. How have you been able to put that word and put people at ease?
There are a couple of things. One, we have to acknowledge things like the Tuskegee experiment happened. We have to talk about what happened with Henrietta Lacks. We have to acknowledge that, we may not even have a relationship with a doctor. There's 3 Black men on this line. How many of us have a close relationship with a healthcare provider? And then, once you acknowledge those things, you want to, kind of be selfishly looking at what you can do for you and your family. One of the best ways you can keep yourself and those around you safe is by getting vaccinated when you have the chance to do so. So, communicating that message on a regular basis, acknowledging, past actions or misdeeds, whatever you want to call them. But at some point in time, we got to look at, we want to get, I won't say back to normal, but we want to get back to, a new normal, if you will. And that's going to take all of us being protected, against this disease that's killing us. And like was said, think about it, we're Blacks are dying at 3 times the rate of white Americans and 3.7 times more likely to be hospitalized due to COVID-19. That's why I say you kind of want to look at this personally as well, because you want to keep yourself and those around you able to, be protected. I'm sure we all got big mamas and, everyone else at home that may be homebound. And if we, expose them to this disease, they could be hospitalized and worse, die. That's the real. That's what's really going on. So, it's acknowledging, like I said, and then moving forward past that to see what we can do to get protected.
Damon Broadus, he's with the St. Louis County Health Division. Hey, you know what I found interesting, Damon? That you made a profound statement. You said something, we have to acknowledge that there was some atrocities that happened in the past in terms of vaccine and vaccinations and the syphilis and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that right there, man, why do you think that's important, Damon, to recognize it, understand it, say, wait, we know it happened. We're not saying it didn't happen, but now we got to do this. This is important.
Well, we need to rebuild the trust with the medical community. We need to build trust with science. And, right now, people are, I hate to say it, getting more of their information off of social media than they are from credible resources, like the Center for Disease Control and Prevention or National Institutes of Health. So, that's really, one of many things that we need to be making sure we're addressed. But I think that's rebuilding that trust, which goes a long way. I mean, trust is rebuilt with relationships and over time. It's not, a 6-month, process. I mean, just like when you dating, you spend time with the person before you actually commit wholeheartedly. And I think that's what acknowledging the injustices that have happened in the past, because we're in a new age, new era, new times. People of color are more, what do you call it? People of color outnumber everyone else now. I don't know how else to put it right now. But if we don't trust the medical community, we're definitely going to die as a result of that lack of trust.
And that's important. And when you talk about that, Rochelle, you've had a great relationship in the community. You've been out there. You fought for causes for a long time. You've been around in the North County for years. And how important was that, developing the trust of the people?
Very, very, very important. One of the things we have suggested is that your churches or whatever organization you may belong to, the fraternities, the sororities, start having small snippets at your meetings, at church service, about the medical community. If it's just once a month. And what you can do is most churches, most organizations have healthcare workers in those congregations. Ask them to present something. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes on a regular basis. Your community gets to know your congregants and your members get to know who the healthcare workers are, and that helps build a relationship because they will trust people they know, and if the person they know is giving them this information, it builds the trust even more. So, like you said, we acknowledge what happened in the past, but we want to increase the trust. And African Americans, we cannot continue to not get the health care treatment that we need. That's why we're getting, we have these comorbidity issues because we're just not getting the health care attention that we need, and it's very, very important.
And Chief, so how does it work? How does this process work on March 25th on Thursday? How do they sign up? How do they get involved? What is the process?
Okay, so it's a sign-up list with the Department of Health, St. Louis County and the state of Missouri, and then all these names will be pulled off of the list. So it's important for everybody to know there's no walk-ins. No walk-ins will be allowed to come in that day. And so they pull the names off the list. They'll email and call them, set the appointment up. They'll set a time up. And at their time, they'll come up to the firehouse. They'll come through registration, go through the shop process, wait 15 minutes, and then they're free to go. And if they have any complications or side effects afterwards, then they dial 911 and we'll respond to them and take care of them then. So is it that easy just to? So is there a number? Is there a website? How do people register? They need to be able to make it real easy for people to register because that's take the excuses off for not doing their business.
Yeah,
right. I can answer that one if okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. To be vaccinated by St. Louis County DPH, people have to visit a website. It's stlcorona.com. stlcorona.com, and then you click on COVID-19 vaccine pre-registration, and it's in this very center of the page when you go to stlcorona.com. If you don't have internet access, because digital divide is real, if you don't have internet access, you can call 314-615-2660 to register. 314-615-2660.
So you can go and go online and go to stlcorona.com.
Yes, sir.
And then you go and you look for COVID-19.
COVID-19 vaccine pre-registration.
Okay, vaccine pre-registration. Now, let me ask you this question. What would stop a person being able to be qualifying for this?
If they do not fit in the tiers that have been identified by the state of Missouri. There are certain tiers that, they set down by the state, with the guidance by the state to serve particular groups of people. And those in phase 1A, it's called phase 1A and phase 1B. And phase 1A are like your healthcare workers, those who are working at long-term care facilities, community healthcare settings like the Department of Public Health. And then phase 1B are groups like Chief Vols, first responders and emergency services. But I don't know if everyone's heard, they're opening tiers more and more by the week, and we're being told by the middle of April, most people will be available to get the vaccine.
So how
we prioritize phase 1A and phase 1B.
So how many people can get vaccinated, get the vaccine shot on Thursday? How many? What is that capacity on Thursday?
We have 500 people that have been made an appointment for, and I'll have the full numbers tomorrow. I mean, on Friday, it was just over 360. But we were working over the weekend at the North County Recplex, and we have pre-registered. Other people are pre-registered in those areas. And it's important to mention on that day, if they don't have an appointment, we will pre-register people on site.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, okay, and give me the address, Chief, where they can go.
1815 Chambers.
18 what?
1815 Chambers Road.
1815 Chambers Road. And it started what time on the 25th, Thursday?
8
o'clock?
8:30, and everybody should have an appointment when they come.
8:30, and it concludes at what time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
Yes.
Hey, and Mayor, we got 20 seconds, Mayor. Tell us how important it is to get everybody out there.
Man, it's so important. But what's significant about this event, more unlike other events, is keying in on certain zip codes: 63135, 63136, and 63137. Some of the hardest hit areas in North County. So it's such a blessing. Those people in those communities are now able to get vaccinated while a lot of the process ahead. So I'm just so happy that we can see people in this area, in this community, get priority as it pertains to vaccinations.
Damon Broadus, Rochelle Gray, David Votes, and my boy, my guy, the mayor, Reggie Jones of Delwood. Thank you guys for taking time to really make a difference in the community. But what's really impressive, Damon, I appreciate y'all working with my boy, the mayor, and the fire chief. That is so awesome. Let me know whatever else we can do here on Hot 104.1, because I'll tell you what, we get that information out for you. Thank you so much, Damon. Thank you so much, Rochelle. And thank you so much, Chief. And my man, the mayor. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Right.
Coming up, man, Thursday, March the 25th, man. Y'all got to go over there to Delwood, and y'all got to get your that vaccine. I got it. Get it. The big fella, the coach. We'll be right back with Taylor's Take.
If it's happening in our community, we're talking about it. It's the Demetrius Johnson Show on Hot 104.1. Hot 104.1 and Gentleman Jack Whiskey are giving you a chance to win a Gentleman Jack AirPod Pro. A chance to win a Gentleman Jack AirPod Pro. As we celebrate our culture, Shakers bartenders that create elevated cocktails and build a lasting legacy in our community. Register at hot1041stl.com and click contest. You must be at least 21 years old to enter. Please drink responsibly. Tennessee Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniels Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2020 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Hey, this is JJ Reddick. Whether it's after a tough workout or a game, there's nothing like a long, hot shower to help my body refresh, and a huge part of that process is the body wash that I use. That's why you should use the new Dove Men plant-based body wash. It uses plant-based cleansers and moisturizers to keep your skin healthy and hydrated. Eucalyptus oil and cedar, lime and avocado oil, and charcoal and clove. Relax your body and mind with the new Dove Men plant-based body wash.
Experience the Dove Men Plus Care plant-based line for yourself. Buy it now at Walmart and Target.
Hi, I'm Dan Grosvenor from 5 Star Auto Plaza, and you may know me as...
Pickle Man.
That's right, I'm Pickle Man. Woo! We need to move cars now, and you know what that means. I'm in a pickle, and you can drive for a nickel.
Pickle Man.
This week, you can get a nicer newer car from 5 Star Auto Plaza and put just 5 cents down. Yep, just a nickel, and you can drive, even if you messed up your credit in the past, even if you've been turned down before.
Pickle Man.
5 Stars Everyone Drives credit approval process means that if you have a job and a nickel, you can be approved in driving today for a payment as low as $177 a month.
Pickle Man.
Come see me, the Pickle Man, at 5 Star Auto Plaza or at 5starautoplaza.com. I'm Dan Grosvenor, and I'm a dealer for the people.
Pickle Man.
Requires bank approval. 4.9% APR. Stock 716-788. Call 877-230-8395 for complete recorded details.
That's 5starautoplaza.com. Woo!
Pickle Man.
Mortgage interest rates have started to rise, but at the Home Loan Expert Office, they're still locking in rates in the twos. You need to lock in now. How much can you save? Let's find out. TheHomeLoanExpert.com. Home Loan Expert LLC MLS number 1326241.
Travers Motor City Auto Sales at Highway 270 and New Halls Ferry Road right next to Quick Trip has over 1,200 cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Nissan, Mercedes, BMW, all makes and models and all price ranges. Many still under factory warranty. Plus, new vehicles arrive every day, so there's always fresh inventory. Get fast 15-minute credit approval and guaranteed financing regardless of your credit situation. Check out our great selection of lifted trucks at Travers Motor City, Highway 270 at New Halls Ferry, or STLMotorCity.com.
Break through. Look around you. Reach out to the edge of your comfort, to the limits of your knowledge.
This is completely different. You know, it doesn't go like it does in the lab. This is real life.
It was important for me to do something bigger than myself.
There's so much more work to be done.
The opportunities are in abundance.
Gain real-world experience and discover your potential at SIU Edwardsville. Learn more at siue.edu.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right. So we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max. Now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus get Netflix on us.
Nice. I can game on the go with amazing speeds and catch up on Cobra Kai on Netflix.
You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off up to $650. Only from T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Activate up to 4K or video streams at 480p. Up to 40 gigs high-speed tethering. $650 via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. SIM and support charges waived. Receive Netflix standard with 2 lines. Fastest 5G according to Open Signal Awards based on average speeds in USA 5G User Experience Report January 2021. Details at T-Mobile.com.
You probably heard it before, but one of the best ways to stay safe from COVID is by avoiding crowds. That's better. Also, when you're out in public, make sure you stay 6 feet away from strangers or people you don't live with. It's okay to say, "Can I have some space, please?"
Well, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day today, and we can expect much.
If you're gonna have a get-together with friends and family, have it outside. And remember to keep those 6 feet of social distance. And last but not least, wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth with no gaps. They slow the spread of COVID or new forms of the virus called variants. And make sure you get your vaccine when it's your turn. We're all out here trying our best, and it's making a difference. We just gotta keep it up. We can do this.
To learn more about slowing the spread, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Broadcasting live from the Planet Fitness Studio, WHHL Hazelwood, St. Louis. This is the Demetrius Johnson Show, Hot 104.1. The views expressed on the Demetrius Johnson Show are not necessarily those of WHHL FM.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Welcome back to the Demetrius Johnson Show, the big fella hanging out. Man, that was a good interview. Let me just do this before we go to my Taylor Take. Let me give some love to my folks on Facebook. My girl, Yolanda Fountain Henderson. Thank you very much, Yolanda, for checking us out and rolling with me every Sunday. And Roosevelt White, thank you very much for checking in. Appreciate it. Stomp, what up? Stomp, what up, big dog? How you doing? Thank you for liking the show. We appreciate it, Stomp. All right. Corey Valentine, what's up? Thank you for checking us out. My man, Dan Winstra, Hey, man, Dan is my boy, right? I got to go fishing with him again. Dan, thank you for giving me the love and also talking me into taking a shot. This is my girl here, Pamela Boyd. Pamela Boyd, what's going on, my girl? Thank you. Raymond Collins, what's up, Mousy? My boy, Mousy. Congratulations on the V victory yesterday. So, folks, keep on sending those compliments, and I will recognize you, like my man Eli Eric Luther. Thank you very much for listening. And he said he's listening. They listening from LBC. Now, I ain't the smartest person. Well, what does LBC mean?
Long Beach, California.
There you go. Boy, I like my boy. That's my boy. That's why I got D to the C rocking with me. You be rocking with me, dog. Thank you so much. So I'll give shout outs once in a while when I see you guys. My man Anthony Creighton grew up with you, Anthony. Thank you. He's like my big brother. Jackie Mack, love you, man. She always got me. My girl G, my Liz Fitzpatrick, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Pianki, that's my boy. Love some Pianki. Disagree with him on everything, but I love the boy. Kitty Burns, thank you so much for checking us out. So give me some love, y'all. Anytime I see you, I'll give you a little love. All right, it's time. Here we go.
The Demetrius Johnson Show presents What's Your Take with Taylor. Each week, Taylor provides a take on a compelling and thought-provoking topic. Her takes are captivating, engaging, and she's always opinionated. We want to know your take. Chime in and let us know. It's What's Your Take with Taylor on The Demetrius Johnson Show.
I got a story to tell.
All right, welcome, Taylor. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How is everyone?
We're doing awesome. How are you?
I'm good. It's spring, so I couldn't be happier. So, y'all ready to get into the takes for today?
Let's go.
All right. So, it's recently come out that Marcus Robinson, the superintendent of the Normandy Schools Collaborative, is not certified to hold the leadership position as required by the state. So at a generous salary of $215,000, the superintendent is only certified to be a substitute teacher. He does not hold the superintendent certification that is required. While this is problematic on numerous fronts, the biggest concern is that the school district cannot receive their full accreditation without a certified superintendent. So how did this happen, right? Well, according to the president of the Normandy Joint Executive Governing Board, Sarah Foster, he was hired, and I quote, on the strength of his presentation to the board and his vision for implementing his strategic plan. To give context, fewer than 5% of superintendents statewide lack certification, and those who do lack the certification normally come in small rural districts, and this is according to state records. So what does Marcus Robinson, the superintendent, have to say? Well, he said to St. Louis Today, or STL Today, I made leading Normandy through this unprecedented time my first priority. As a result, I postponed some of my professional obligations. I am aware of rumors about my certification and future plans for the district. I have dedicated my career to education and would never intentionally disregard the obligations required to be your superintendent. So here we have it. A provisionally accredited school district being led by a superintendent that doesn't have the credentials needed to get the school accredited. Some would say that this would never happen in certain school districts like Kirkwood, Ladue, etc. So what's your take on this?
All right, well, all transparency. Hey, Coach, you there?
Yeah.
All transparency, I'm going to take you out of this conversation. All right?
Yes, sir.
So Coach Collins has nothing to do with this conversation because he's in the Normandy School District. So he is out of this conversation. Two things we're going to do. I'm going to let my Facebook family get their take on it, and I'm going to take some callers to get some take on it. All right? So it's going to be me and you, Taylor, with our take. And what is that superintendent's name again? I'm sorry.
Marcus Robinson.
Marcus Robinson. Okay. Let me tell y'all what I think about Marcus Robinson. But no, let me tell you what I think about when you made the statement that Kirkwood or other school districts wouldn't allow that. Let me say this. It is an embarrassment. It is truly an embarrassment to have this guy as a superintendent that's not even qualified. He didn't even have from what I read, Taylor, he didn't even have a teaching certificate. And he had to get some type of provision to get something like that. How is it now? And I read something in the paper, y'all. They tried to make the same correlation of him and Roberti. If everybody knows from the St. Louis Public Schools, Bill Roberti came in as the acting superintendent of the St. Louis Public Schools some years ago. And they tried to make that correlation of the two, but it's not even close. When Bill Roberti came in as the acting superintendent, he came in and said, I'm not certified as a superintendent. I'm not here to do to certify. I'm here to make changes and get operational the school district in the St. Louis Public Schools financially, structurally. So he came with a totally different, transparent movement, and that's factual. This guy came in, from all I've heard, as being this educator and being able to do things, and how is it, Taylor, that the Normandy, that provisional board they have, how is it they don't check this guy credentials? And then I read something about one of the board members says, he sold us in his conversation, in the presentation. First of all, before he even got to the presentation, before the presentation even happened, he had to get by the basic protocol of qualifying to be interviewed.
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder, what is their selection process like? So I work in talent acquisition, and we have a process. You got to apply. We got to do a background check. We got to verify that you actually worked where you worked. So I'm confused how this did not come up before offering him this position.
Taylor.
Like, this is just standard.
Taylor, let me say something to you.
Do you meet the basic qualifications or not?
Yes, Taylor, let me say something to you. That person is right. It would never happen to Ladue. It would never happen in Clayton. Only a damn black school district would allow that to happen. That's the only one that would allow that to happen, is a black school district. How would nobody know this guy don't have no certifications? And they tell me, well, they knew he didn't have it, but so they told him, go ahead and finish it getting it. They didn't even do a good background check on this dude. But what it tells you, we hire people in our communities not for their ability, but because we like them. We vote people in office not because of their ability to help lead our community out of the strained and strenuous situation we're in, but we hire them or we put them in office just because we like them. It is a joke. Those black kids and those black families in Normandy does not deserve not to have a quality leader. I'm not saying he's a good guy, bad guy. I don't know nothing about him. But I know this.
You just have to be objective, right? Like, do you have the credentials, the experience, the background necessary to get our school accredited?
Joke.
Yes or no? And he doesn't.
But guess what that tells you? You know what's exposed to me, y'all? When Jeff City, the state, sends somebody down here to oversee your school district, it tells you they don't give a damn about these black school districts. That's why, y'all. Because they're saying, if your families if the parents are allowing these schools and allowing their kids not to learn anything, not to know anything, and they ain't saying anything, guess what? We ain't gonna do nothing either. And they got a great argument. You know why? Because white parents in a heartbeat would shut it down. They would not. Let me give you a great example. I remember on the Parkway School District, they wanted to put a bus depot or something out there. Guess what happened? It didn't happen. They said, ain't no way in the world we're going to let you bring that kind of stuff in our community. But Negroes so worried about going out partying, having a good time, chasing women, chasing men, drinking. I got the baddest club. I got the baddest shoes. And the kids. You done turned your damn back on the kids. This Normandy, every teacher in damn Normandy should get their asses up and walk out. But guess what?
We need to put the kids first. So
right, they ain't gonna do it. No, they no. You know why? Because Taylor, it would force them. It would force them to put some people in there that give a damn about our kids. Until we take drastic measures, Taylor. Until we take drastic measures and demand what we want quality for our kids, they ain't gonna give it to you. I ain't heard no parents come out, press conference, a group of parents saying, hey, what the hell y'all doing to my kid in Normandy? Because they selfish ass parents in Normandy. Y'all selfish. If you're selfish, they selfish. You know why? Because if it's about the kids, those parents would be fighting. They got a non-qualified man. I'm not saying this man ain't educated. I'm not saying he ain't smart, but basic credentials that people have worked their lives to get. This guy didn't have to do it and get a job. And you're going to tell me prior to the interview, they did not hand his credentials to the board? And it just showed he wasn't certified? Talk to me, Taylor. Talk to me. I'm going to be quiet. Talk to me.
Well, one of the things that was interesting to me, to my understanding, he had sold them on the vision, the strategic plan, et cetera, and he was in the process of getting his doctorate degree at Columbia University, I believe. So
Taylor Rose, hold on. Taylor Rose. I don't know many corporate guys in corporate America, big companies, hire a guy who had no big-time experiences. Does it happen? Probably. But it ain't affecting the educational process. Now, in the rural areas, them little hillbilly towns, you can do whatever. But when you're in a major metropolitan area, it's nowhere in the world that should ever have happened for these kids and to these families. But the families,
I agree.
That's a joke. Let's get a number out.
And I think
let me give a number out, Taylor.
I also want to point out, though, which is very interesting, is the pay difference between Scott Spurgeon, who is the Riverview Gardens School District Superintendent, who has a lifetime state certification as a superintendent, principal, and teacher. His salary in 2020 was a little over $181,000. So why is he, who is super credentialed, right, super certified, making less than this man? Like, that to me is also a cause of concern.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, when you talk about salaries, it is. But you know, Scott Spurgeon ain't no saint either, though, the way he do business. So I ain't no supporter of him either, because he's a damn con man. You know, he's a Spengali. You know, he's 3-card Molly. He does all that stuff. So let's not even bring him in. Let's just talk about superintendents, particularly who's certified, who's not getting paid as much as this guy. This guy getting paid, and we're talking about certifications. You know, haven't seen Normandy jump astronomically better since this guy been there. Haven't seen it. Maybe somebody could call me at 314-444-3099. Call me at 314-444-3099 because you know why? It's a shame that this phone ain't damn blowing off the line when black folks ain't calling in because y'all don't give a damn about the kids. If you gave a damn about the kids, you'll be fighting for it. You'll be saying, I'm tired of it. But guess what? You're too selfish, Negroes. You're too selfish. That's what y'all do. It's all about y'all. It ain't about helping these kids. 444-3099. 444-3099. And if you agree with the guy, let him get his certifications. Let your kids be the guinea pig until you get the certifications. Then do that. But damn. And then some people say, why you don't take a lot of calls in St. Louis that you like you take in Detroit? Well, you know why? Because the people in Detroit give a damn. They care in Detroit. Let's go to the phone, man. Let's do this. Hello, you on the air?
Hey, good morning to you all. Good morning to you all.
Go ahead, my man. How you doing?
All right. Good morning. So I'm on Highway 44 driving to my son's basketball game, and I overheard the radio broadcast, and I was compelled to call in.
Yes, sir.
I cannot believe that I just heard what I heard.
Yes.
Literally. It's just too much of a reflection of the corruption and the political games that are played. I grew up and I went to Pattonville myself in St. Louis, so I'm well aware of Norman. Any metropolitan area knows about Norman and this area. But to have this man making over $200,000 a year, and there are people who have successfully completed schools, single mothers, work jobs, and can't find good employment in their area. Obviously, this man is just swindling his way into something.
No
I'm
doubt.
not discrediting his character, but his integrity is.
No doubt.
Why would you even want to why would I want a doctor to say, I'd like to be a doctor, be a surgeon, and you ain't had no clinicals?
Right. That's a great point.
It makes no sense.
Yes.
It makes no sense. And then what will happen to the inspiring children in that area who are trying to fight out of the stigma that comes from being in Normandy, find out that their current leadership, the person that's supposed to be over them, isn't ready?
That's right. That's right.
What's going to happen to that child?
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. Man, I'm telling you, you are a great call, man. A great call. I want to thank you very much, my man. What is your name, my man?
Michael Woolfolk, to be clear.
Hey, Michael, call me anytime you want, man. That was a great, astute call, man. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it. Great call. And he's 100% right, Taylor. It's ridiculous. Let's go to the phone line. Let's go to another caller. Hello, caller. You on the air?
Hey, how you doing? I just I listened to you, and I listened to how passionate you were about. If you ain't worried about it and you ain't worried about the kids, then what are you worried about? Because I believe you on that. Because it is about the kids, and if you ain't arguing for the kids, then what are you arguing for?
I agree. I agree. Hey, man, thank you so much for your call. Appreciate your call, man. Taylor, this is an embarrassment. It is an embarrassment. Once again, we have dropped the ball on these black kids, y'all. I'm sick of this stuff, man. We are killing our black kids. They dying in an alarming rate, and then you put some inept-ass man in there. Let's go back to the phone line. Hello, caller, you on the air?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm calling. I'm a parent. I used to have my child went to Normandy District for a couple years, and it's not just the child, because it's also the principals. My child was suffering from some things at the time, and we had to get him in some counseling and therapy, and he was starting to act out at school. His father was shot and killed. He started to act out in school, and I'm trying to get help from the doctors and the therapists, and the school is not doing anything to help me. They didn't offer anything. The principal is only worried about her school history, the reputation at her school. She's not trying to, at Washington Elementary. My son was in kindergarten when it started, and he was in first grade there. I had to get him out of the district because they don't care. They didn't try to do anything to help me get therapy or help my child. He was acting out in school, but that's all they worrying about. They're trying to call the resource officers and things, but didn't offer me therapy one time. Not even the school therapist that, in the district. They don't care, and I had to leave, and I'm looking for places to live right now, but I will not move to Normandy District.
Wow.
Because I have small children.
Ma'am, I am so sorry to hear that, but you know, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, and Taylor is making a point that, look, once we put in people in our communities to lead our community, I mean, do people truly understand how important it is to have a solid individual leading your kids?
Exactly. They really don't, because we try to use ourselves as a community to help each other, but right now community is not really much of anything.
No doubt.
We got a lot of our crack babies right now who's doing all these problems out here that from the 80s, you know, and people don't like it when I say that, but it's nothing but the truth. It's nothing but the truth, and a lot of this stuff is coming, and so we don't really have much community. So when we go to the school and try to look for help, and we don't get help there, where else can we go? You know, we try to find our black therapists for those that do want to try to go to the therapy, but we can't get help from our schools. When you telling us you the community, but y'all want to put and fault and blame everybody, but when the parents are trying, when can we get help?
No doubt about it. Ma'am, great call. Once again, thank you for your passion in the call. That's what we need. We need parents like, thank you so much. We need parents like you with that passion. You see what I'm saying, Taylor? That's what we need. We need parents to call.
Schools to also cater to the students. Like what she was saying, she needed the assistance of the teachers, the counselors, the principals. They have to be involved, and that's what we're missing. You know, and I'm sorry that she had to experience that. Her son had to experience that. We have to revamp how we do school 100%.
I agree with you. And I'm going to tell you, folks, see, and then they wonder why I feel the way I feel. Think about it. How many calls did we get on that subject just now? We got 3 calls on that subject. 3 calls. Now, if a police shot a black person, everybody want to talk, right? Everybody. But do y'all understand there's a correlation to what's happening on the crime, murder, despair in our community and education? Do y'all truly understand those things work together? If you did, the damn lines would have been blowing up on this subject. But y'all don't care because y'all some selfish-ass Negroes. Go ahead before we go to break. We got to go to break.
I wonder, are you saying that black people don't value school? Education?
Obviously, normally they don't value education. I ain't saying black people. I'm saying Normandy. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, the phone line should have been blown up. Let me talk about another subject, about somebody doing something out in the street. They'll be blowing it up. T-Rose, it's always good with Taylor's Take. You always inspired me, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. We'll see you in a few days.
All right, CT.
Bye.
It's my girl Taylor. Let that girl, man. The big fella, Coach. I'll be right back.
More of the Demetrius Johnson Show is coming up in minutes. Got an opinion? Call us at 314-969-1041. This is Hot 104.1.
I'm listening daily. You are not alone. During these challenging times, listening is fundamental to promoting understanding and healing. Here's licensed therapist Dr. Alfie Braylon Noble on how to reduce anxiety.
It's about practicing self-awareness. So if you're kind of going through life day to day and you're not really conscious of how you're feeling in any way, shape, or form, then this stuff does tend to weigh on you because you're not making any active steps or taking any active steps or practices to be present. And being present is the thing that helps to reduce and minimize some of the anxiety and worry that people feel. If you can start there, I think those are the things that help to minimize getting overwhelmed, right? How long we've been under quarantine, the vaccine, do I get it or do I not? It is overwhelming. So bring yourself back to focus on just where you are today and in this moment, if you can, but it takes practice.
Talk has the power to save lives, and you are not alone. Find out more at imlistening.org.
Car falling apart? 111 Salvage has a huge inventory with 10 acres of auto and truck parts arriving daily. Save money getting your own parts at 111 Salvage. Engine or transmission starting at $175. Pulled and ready to go for you at 111 Salvage. Conveniently located 10 minutes from downtown. Open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Call at 618-931-2644 or 111salvage.com.
I'm Brian. As an aspiring baker, I've got a lot of secret ingredients. But my best one yet? Metro by T-Mobile. Metro gave me and the family high-speed data for only $25 a line for 4 lines and covered the switching fees. Plus, they threw in 4 free Galaxy phones just for switching. Now we can post pictures of my latest bakes and get out the word so the whole town knows I'm whipping up something sweet. How's that for stretching some serious dough?
You work hard for your money. With Metro by T-Mobile, it goes further. This tax season, there's 0 fees to switch. Right now, enjoy Metro's lowest price. Just $25 a line for 4 lines with taxes and fees included. Plus 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless.
I'm Brian, and that's how I rule my day with Metro by T-Mobile.
All lines lose promo rate if any deactivates. Sales tax and regulatory fees included in price. 0 fee on select phones. Limit 1 free phone per line with port. Exclude sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.
Whether you're an experienced sports bettor or someone who's just starting out, BetQL is here to help us become better bettors. Get access to data and insights the sportsbooks don't want you to see. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
Since 1929, couples have been coming to Shane Company to get their dream engagement rings and wedding bands. When my grandfather founded the company, he pioneered a unique way of doing business, directly sourcing our stones around the world in person. We hand-select the prettiest stones from ethical sources worldwide. This allows us to cut out all middlemen and their markups and pass those savings on to you. Unlike other jewelers, we pay cash up front. That's why we get first pick of their best stones and the best prices. Shane Company has grown to become St. Louis's favorite family jeweler. Because of our direct sourcing, you'll always get the best value and the most beautiful natural diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business, Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Spring is finally here, and you deserve an upgrade. There's no better way to upgrade than with a new Hyundai filled with all the latest technology, including the digital smartphone key. Save big on all our Hyundai models and get the upgrade you deserve only at the Hyundai Spring Upgrade event.
Sign and drive today and enjoy 0 down payment, 0 first payment, and 0 security deposit on the Tucson, Kona, or Sonata. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st, 2021. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
What's in store right now at your local Staples?
Your one-stop shop for shipping solutions.
Staples has everything your business needs to ship, like packing materials, mailers, and UPS shipping services.
And now, get 20% off UPS Express shipping services at Staples. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on decorative shipping supplies.
Staples can even help you customize your shipping materials to create a memorable unboxing experience for customers.
Staples, your total shipping solution.
In-store only, ends 4/3/21. Exclusions apply while supplies last.
The Wendy's restaurant in your area has issued a major bag alert.
Bag alert, major bag alert.
The bacon double stack is back in the biggie bag with fries, nugs, and a drink, all for just $5. The following are to be expected: joy, disbelief, inability to think about anything else. This deal is effective immediately, and it's only at Wendy's.
Major bag alert. Bag alert. Major
Biggie bag includes 4-piece nuggets, small fry, and small drink. U.S. price and participation may vary.
More of the Demetrius Johnson Show is coming up in minutes. Got an opinion? Call us at 314-969-1041. This is Hot 104.1.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up. Oh, big fella after the storm, brewing.
Welcome back to the Demetrius Johnson, the big fella hanging out with his boy, the coach. And all transparency, let me make this clear. The coach had nothing to say. I took the coach off the line. Coach, when we talked, it was me and Taylor's Take. Had nothing to do with the coach. All transparency. Coming up, I think we got my man Dr. Eccles coming up. We got my man Dr. Eccles should be coming up in the city of St. Louis. They got a big event going on today, too, Dill. And let me bring in, before we get my man Dr. Eccles, let me bring in my partner. This is my big brother here, man. I love this dude, man. Boy, I mean, me and him has really come a long way, boy, and I really respect his work. I really respect him. You talking about a guy that's well-renowned. Trust me, if he's on KMOX, if he's talking about baseball, blues, hockey, he's been on the radio, I think, 40 years. Oh, my God. Let me bring in my man Mike Claiborne. What up, Mike?
DJ, good morning, sir. How are you?
How you doing, man? You down in Florida, down in spring? Is it spring training, right? It's coming down?
You are correct. Yeah, I'm doing that, trying to work on a raggedy golf game.
How's that golf game going, man?
I'm going to let you know in about 3 hours. We've had some good days, and we've had some challenging days, but you know what? We have sunny days, and that's all that really counts.
I know that's right. Hey, JC. Now, JC is a avid baseball fan. I mean, he loves baseball. So, I mean, it freaked me out when he wanted to talk baseball. I'd be looking at him like, are you serious?
Well, DJ, you talking to the guru of Major League Baseball hockey when you're talking to this gentleman, man. I've never seen a black man talk hockey like this man can talk it, man.
Oh, my goodness. It blows me away, too, man. It blows me away. I think he's the only black guy I know in the country talking like he talking. I ain't never heard one until I heard you.
You know what? We have some other guys that's on the move. Kevin Weeks with the NHL Network. Now, he's from Toronto, played in the league. I think he's as good as anybody on TV. And the Seattle Kraken, the new expansion team in the National Hockey League, their play-by-play guy is an African-American from Detroit.
Wow. I didn't know that. Okay, we're going to get you back on in Detroit so you can talk about that. Hey, Mike, check this out before we I'm waiting on Dr. Echols. If he called, we just interrupt our conversation. I'm going to bring in real quick my man. We was talking about a situation, Mike, about Normandy superintendent. Let me bring my man, Blind City, Langford Cunningham, with Blind City, the podcast. Blind City, you there?
Yeah, how you doing, big fella?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm good.
Hey, Blind City, Mike, I'm going to let you catch up on this conversation we're about to have with Blind City. You heard our conversation about that Normandy superintendent not being certified. And before, I want to put it in perspective. It was a lady that came out of Normandy named Connie Calloway. She was the superintendent of Normandy. She went to Detroit as a superintendent. They ran her ass out in 6 months because she was ineffective. In 6 months. But now, Mike, I'm going to get you a heads up. It's a superintendent named Marcus Robinson over in Normandy. Hey, let me hold that back, y'all. Let me go and do this, Mike and you guys. So let me bring him in real quick. Dr. Echols, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, man. Hey, look, Doc, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule because I know you're right in the middle of a lot of stuff that's going on. Tell the community what's going on right now in the city of St. Louis.
Well, right now, the City of St. Louis Department of Health is hosting a mass vaccination clinic at the America's Center Convention Complex in downtown St. Louis. Our goal for today is to vaccinate at least 1,500 individuals for COVID-19. We're seeing a very diverse population come through our clinic today. We have the Hispanic Latinx community. We have African Americans, Caucasians, as well as other immigrant populations coming through our clinic today. So this is a really exciting time for the health department, and we're just honored to be able to serve the city of St. Louis residents in this capacity.
Doc, we had on there today. We had the people from North County, the county folks talk. They're going to do something on March 25th, and you guys are doing something now. Hey, Doc, how important is that for people to get this vaccination?
This is really important. So, the COVID-19 vaccine is a life-saving tool that has been made available. And we want to make sure that our most vulnerable populations have access to the vaccine. And so in the city of St. Louis, we've been very intentional about making sure we reach out to those who we consider most vulnerable. And we've done this we couldn't do that alone. So we've been partnering with agencies who have roots in the community, such as the St. Louis Housing Authority, Casa de Salud, STL Juntos, as well as other communities that work with minority communities, including immigrant and African-American population.
Hey, Doc, we talked with Dr. Echols with the city of St. Louis. They're doing a mass vaccination shot program this morning. And you guys started this yesterday, right, Doc?
So yesterday was our 16th COVID-19 mass vaccination clinic that we've held, and so today we vaccinated over 17,000 individuals for COVID-19.
Oh wow!
And that work will continue. We didn't receive the vaccine when we wanted to receive it initially, but after we did start receiving the vaccine, we wanted to make sure we got as many doses as possible out into the community. And so it's also important for individuals in the city to know that the health department isn't doing this alone. So we have our partners that we're working with, but we also have other organizations that are holding vaccination clinics, such as the federally qualified health centers, Affinity Healthcare, CareSTL Health, Family Care Health Centers, as well as Betty Jean Kerr People's Health Center, and the hospital systems continue to vaccinate their populations as well. And so there's a lot of movement and a lot of activity around COVID-19 vaccinations in the city of St. Louis. And so the city, again, the health department isn't doing it alone, and we can't do it alone. And so we realize that having sustainable partnerships and effective partnerships with organizations whose mission and vision are aligned with ours is really important.
We speak with Dr. Echols with the city of St. Louis. Doc, let me ask you this question. Is it a form of different shots, or is one shot you're given? How do that work?
So right now there are three vaccine products that have been approved by the FDA under their Emergency Use Authorization Authority for the prevention of COVID-19. The first one was approved in December, and that was the Pfizer vaccine. And then the second one was approved in January. That was the Moderna vaccine. And the latest one was the Johnson & Johnson, which is a one-dose vaccine. They're all available, but we're using what's available to us. So right now, the City of St. Louis Department of Health, we only have the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine. For the clinics that we've held this weekend, we've been using the Moderna vaccine to provide the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine to individuals who want it. And so as we receive the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as well as other vaccine products that are approved, we'll continue to work to try to get those out into the community as best we can. We do have two mega vaccination events that are scheduled for next week on Thursday and Friday, and those events will be held at the Forest Park Community College. Our goal is to vaccinate at least 3,000 people per day. If individuals are interested we'll be providing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine during those events. So it's a one-dose vaccine for individuals that are interested in receiving the vaccine during those events. We encourage them to go online and register on the City of St. Louis website. So if you go to STLouis, that's STLOUIS-MO.gov, and go to our vaccine notification. You register between now and Wednesday. You'll likely be able to receive the Johnson & Johnson vaccine during one of those events.
And I want everybody to know now, they talk about, resources in our black community. There's been a whole lot of white folks coming down this black community getting them damn shots. You go to some of these places, you got more white folks in there getting them shots. Black folks, you got to get that vaccine, man. You got to get vaccinated. That's very important. You got to do it, you just got to do it. It's very important. Doc, if they want more information on how to register once again, can you give me that information?
Absolutely. So for individuals who want to register or they just want more information about COVID-19 and the available COVID-19 vaccines, they can go to the city's website, which is stlouis-mo.gov. Again, that's stlouis-mo.gov. And they can also call the health department directly if they want to speak with someone about the COVID-19 vaccine in our upcoming mass vaccination clinic. That number is 314-657-1499. Again, it's 314-657-1499.
Dr. Echols, I appreciate you taking your time out of the busy schedule, man, and getting our city informed. Thank you so much, my man.
All right, my pleasure.
Okay, that's my man, Dr. Echols. All right, let me go back to my conversation with Mike Claiborne and Blind City, the podcast. You can go to any one of the streaming systems and get Blind City, the podcast. Let's finish our conversation. Blind City, go ahead and give your analogy of what happened. And then, Mike, we're going to get you involved in this conversation.
This is not the first scenario. It's been happening in the black community. I remember it was a guy over in the Venice, Illinois school district that took Venice down. They hired him as another relative, brought him in. and he was a relative of the individual, and he stole money from the Venice School District, and now Venice is defunct. And Venice had one of the greatest small school basketball teams in our area. But now the school is gone because of a black person mishandling the money and stealing the money. But this goes on through our communities all the time, but we don't call it out. We don't call it out. We got to find out through social media or something in the newspaper for everybody to react. And as you see now, where's the reaction? There's no hostility. Why the phone lines are not blowing up? These are our children. We don't invest in our kids. And then you want to sit there and say, well, they kill each other all day. Well, damn right. They from a broken home, a broken community, and they have a broken spirit. And then they go into school with a broken educator. Man, you pouring gasoline on the fire.
Mike Claiborne, your thought on that one?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that we continue not to make our own accountable. We want to hold everybody else's feet to the fire, but when they look like us, we look the other way, and we don't demand the same credibility and accountability for our own people as we do for people who don't look like us.
Right.
The question is, how did it get this far? Where was the link? Where was the breakdown in communication? Because somebody had to know. Okay, this somebody internally had to know. You can't tell me in the vetting processes that exist in this country when it comes to different careers and jobs that somebody didn't do diligence with regard to knowing what this person was qualified and not qualified to do. So until we start making our own accountable, we will continue to see this, because I can promise you this: if he was applying for a job in Ladue or the Clayton School District, they would have caught up to him right before he stepped in the door. They would have told him, don't bother. But we instead embrace this sort of stuff for all the wrong reasons.
And that's frustrating to me. And that's what I'm saying, Mike. Mike, I'm on in Detroit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights, right? I am telling you, that phone line would have been off the charts up in Detroit. Here, you get 3 callers. You know what I'm saying? 3 callers.
I think that what happens sometimes, and obviously I'm not there, and I didn't know the scope of when this took place, but I just think some people have just thrown the towel in. I mean, we argue and fight and try and get things done for so many reasons. From education to getting a shot. And DJ, you touched on something about people who come show up at the shot. It's amazing that all the people who don't look like us, who badmouth the city and won't go in the city unless it's a Blues or a hockey game because of the crime and the raping and everything else. But when it came to that shot, they found out where to go. And
they didn't care where it was at.
Didn't care.
It could have been in the damn Cochran Community Center.
Yeah.
It could have been in damn Twelton Park.
Yeah, so the thing is, I think some of us have just said, man, here we go again. And the apathy has become so great that we got to find a way to jumpstart things. And, politically, the community's in a state of flux. Legally, as far as law enforcement is concerned, I think that story speaks for itself. If you read the accounts of what took place to that police officer who was undercover.
Oh, that's a shame. That's another shame.
Yeah. And I think when you go back and you watch 60 Minutes and watch Kim Gardner and what she's dealing with, it's just one thing after another. And at some point, we've got to put our foot down and make our own community more accountable, because that's the only way we're going to gain respect to get anything else done. All right.
So let's move from that. I'm gonna keep you on here. You're in Blind City. All right, JC. Now let's talk about this. E.J. Liddell. JC, you want to set the tone for that one?
Yeah, E.J. Liddell, Ohio State was.
No, where's E.J.? Make sure we let everybody know where he's from.
Yeah, E.J. Liddell is from Belleville, Illinois. So, and his whole family is a byproduct of East St. Louis. So, the family is a great family. But to move on to Ohio State, they were the second seed in the NCAA tournament, and many people thought that Ohio State could possibly win the national championship, but they lost and got upset the other day in the first round of the tournament. And, man, the fans start tweeting about E.J. Liddell because he missed the free throw. At the free throw line, he missed the 1-and-1, talking about, man, what they would do to him. threatening to kill the young man, just all calling him the N word, man, just going off, man. Yeah, just horrible, man, horrible. Piss me off, man. Piss me off. So now, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach.
So now the university has said that they're going to try to get to the bottom of it and find out who it is. They actually should be arrested and put out of school if they students. That's what should happen. They should be arrested and put out of school. Period.
Now, mind you, I don't know nothing about it because I've been so tied up and not been able to watch anything. I get a call from Mike Claiborne in Florida last night, furious. DJ, you know what's going on? I said, nah, Mike, I ain't been keeping up. I've been, been working. Man, Mike Claiborne called me and said, I'm sending you some stuff over. I read it. I was disgusted, Mike. I mean, it was.
Well,
go ahead, Mike.
You know what? It's 2021, and we still dealing with the foolishness that people like Henry Aaron and Willie Mays and people in baseball and other sports had to deal with. And it's always the one thing. It's always the race thing. It's never a skill issue. I mean, if the guy was a bum as a player and you didn't know his color, that's one thing. But when they want to call you out specifically because of your race, then you can't sit here and tell me, well, it's not racial. Because, you know what, there's a whole lot of other guys on their team that didn't have a good night. Fidel was one of the few who did, but they want to pin it on him because of his race. They never mentioned the fact anything else but that and all the hate mail that he was receiving. And that's the problem. So, I told you what my solution is. I think these black athletes need to start taking a longer look at black colleges. Because, one of the things we do, we don't you're not going to see that on a post on Twitter or Instagram if you're doing that at your own school. And I just think that at this point, people have taken us for granted so much that I think these kids need to start looking. And, we're seeing what Deion Sanders is doing at Jackson State. Howard University got one of the top 100 basketball players in the country to come there this year. Well, I think he's the 16th ranked player in the country.
Yeah.
So, if we can get these kids and their parents on board to realize you might have a better chance to succeed, socially and academically. I went to a black college, and I know what it's like. You get a good education there. I may not be the class example of it, but the bottom line is this. There are better situations that you don't have to deal with this sort of foolishness at a school where everybody looks like you. It's only going to take one or two kids to do it, and then see what happens.
But, Mike, here's the problem I have with you. You're exactly right with that, Mike and DJ and Blind, but here's the thing. But then you have black people saying that Deion shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
Right.
You got black people at black university saying he shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
So it's a no-win situation. They hating on the man.
The thing is, JC, he put that program in on the map for a lot of reasons. And for them to push back on him, I just think is insulting, man, and I don't get it. And, he's done nothing but try to help the other programs or other sports programs there. And for people to be hating on him just because he's Deion, I just don't get it.
So if they're hating on Deion, I don't stand a chance in the world. Hell, damn. You know what I'm saying? And then let's get back to Liddell. So if I'm Liddell parents, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm going to the university because one thing you did not have, you have not heard the head coach come out and just go off on it.
No.
Mike, maybe you've heard it. JC, have y'all heard it?
I have.
See, I got a problem with that.
The black athletic director.
I got a problem with that.
Yeah, Gene Smith.
I have a major problem.
He has the largest athletic budget in the country of any university. I think their athletic budget is like $250 million. So $300 million. It's the largest budget in the country.
So listen.
He should have been the first one to say.
No doubt. Listen, what I'm telling Liddell. I'm going to them. I'm going to the NCAA. I'm threatened for my life. I need to leave this school. I'm out. And they ain't going to stop you from transferring nowhere. They can't. Because you got You got proof. That's what they do. But you know what? Now it's going to be up to the daddy and the mama to step up and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I think, man, I've seen enough of this over time that, they're the ones that are the bigger problem because they get caught up in the hype. Little Johnny going to Old State U, and little Johnny is barely getting an education, and then this happens, and then they looking at each other like, where do we go wrong?
Right.
Let's get off the hype bus. Let's try and do the right thing here because we're not. And, it's going to cost some kids more than an opportunity to play. It can scar a person for life. And I know some people say it only gets tougher. Yeah, maybe so. But there's no call for a young man who's playing for a university, who's representing a university, and to not get the support from that university in a situation like this is unacceptable.
Well, hey, Mike Claiborne, we about to get up out of here. Mike, thank you very much. Blind City, thank you too. I really appreciate you guys' time. JC, hold on one sec. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jay. JC, go ahead and give me your closing.
Hey, man, great show. Continue to collect all the information about being vaccinated, man. It's very important, man, that you collect that information for your family and for yourself and make a good decision on being vaccinated.
Hopefully next week, I think we're going to have the mayoral candidates on to talk about their vision. We're asking some tough questions. We're going to be fair. I don't have no horse in the race, so we're going to ask tough questions. All right? So hopefully we have them on. Not a debate, but have each individual on so I can talk to them. Hey, let me just say this. Big D, once again, man, you do an outstanding job for me, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Couldn't do this thing without you here, man. And I guess when we talk about information in our community, JC, that's all we've been doing for 20 plus years is giving information to our community. For anybody to realize and understand, don't think that we give information to our community, you lost your damn mind. I am telling you, Normandy School District, your parents, you should be ashamed of yourselves for allowing these people to be out there putting your kids second to their selfish ass needs. Y'all need to be ashamed. We don't get a phone call. Listen, I tell you what, listen to the Demetrius Johnson Show tomorrow night from 6 to 8 from Detroit. And you will see the different passion from Detroit and St. Louis. They don't play up there. Here's a joke. Y'all straight up joke. Y'all don't give a damn what happened to your kids. Because if you did, you'd have said something a long time ago. Why do I got to come on and say something and parents ain't out up an arm about this Marcus Robinson, inept-ass superintendent? He ain't even, hell, I could be a superintendent. I could do just as well as him. Boy, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You folks get on my damn nerve. You are a bunch of sorry. I ain't saying all black people, so don't think that in this community. But there's a lot of sorry-ass black people in this community. Don't do nothing, y'all too selfish. I am pissed off. I'm up out of here, man. Thanks for listening to me. I don't take this for granted. I look forward to every time you take a time out of your schedule to listen to what I have to say and being a part of it. Facebook family, thank you. Kitty, thank you. Yolanda, thank you. All the folks, thank you. Big D, couldn't do this without you. Dion, thank you. Couldn't do it without you, D. I mean that, man. Pianki, thank you. We're out. I'll see you tomorrow night on Facebook. Check me out from 6 to 8. JC, big boy, we'll be rolling again. I'm out. See you later. Everybody, stay safe and take care of your family and love them. I'm out. Thank you so much.
If it's happening in our community, we're talking about it. It's the Demetrius Johnson Show on Hot 104.1.
Check out my mixtape.
Is COVID making it tough on your side hustle?
How about you, beautiful? I'm the next hottest rapper, I promise. It's only $10 here.
I don't want your mixtape. What I want you to do is keep your distance and get the hell away from me.
There's an easier way to get paid.
Get paid. Get this money.
Keep it right here